아무래도 심플하네. Just to reach party lily pong and circus floor. Lily close, yes, Lord, you. So country, you mama's floor. Just to reach party lily pong and circus floor. Lily close, yes, Lord, you. So country, you mama's floor. Jesus till på halvdyggrina Last blå bäst på Just nu tem du bra hadje vän I lille panske vill slå Just med blå mitt blå Just till reach party lille pong circus floor lille close just slår you så country your mama's floor Just till reach party lille pong circus floor lille close just slår you så country your mama's floor's cold Jesus till på halvdyggrina Last blå bäst på
Hello? Oh, hello. Okay. Hi. I don't know why my start soon screen is lagging like that. Oh, that's fun. It wasn't doing that when I was testing the stream. Okay, whatever. I'll ignore that for now and fix it next stream. Anyway. Hey, hi. It's been a while, huh? The last time I streamed was like a year or two ago, I want to say. It's been a long time. So I thought I would try doing it tonight, randomly hours. I just got this feeling, that I would try streaming again. I want to do, yeah, so this is the thing. I would like to do, at least one stream a week. At least one. Maybe two if I feel like doing it. The starting screen is gonna bug me. Oh my lord. Hang on. I don't know what is like why it's doing that. Anyway. Oh, now it's not. If I break it? Why are you doing this, man? Why are you breaking? Tell me why you're breaking. Did that work? I don't know. Whatever. I will have to edit this. Whenever next stream happens, I will have to fix it. I don't know why it does that, because it wasn't doing that before. Oh well. I will try to ignore it. Anyway, as I was saying, I would ideally like to do at least one stream per week, maybe two, if I feel up to it. Obviously, looking back at my older streams, it's a lot different now. I spent a few days recently changing all of the graphics and rebranding, quote unquote. I'm not totally thrilled with what I have right now. Like, I would love to redo pretty much everything that I've done, but this is kind of just a temporary testing of the idea. As time goes on, maybe I can actually animate something. But this is what we have for the time being. It really bugs me that the starting screen is broken when it wasn't before, and I don't know why it is broken. Anyway, regardless, I was thinking we can play some web fishing. Maybe when I get bored of that, we can play some Peak, and we can just hang out, because it's been a while. It's funny because I say that, but I cleaned out the channel, so like none of my older videos are on the channel except like one clip that exists of like a really, really old stream that isn't even available anymore. And that's like the one thing that still remains. So me saying all this stuff about like, oh, it's been so long, that makes no sense to anyone that watches this as a new viewer, right? Because this is my first stream, according to my page, and it's not. I've done several streams over the course of a few years, but I was not happy with the product, with the end result, so I've privated them all. But anyway, I want to start streaming again, casually. I'm not gonna try to overdo it. We're just gonna hang out and see how that goes. I'm going to switch to my game, if I remember the keybind I made for that. Did I do that right? No. What's the button? What's the button for? Oh my god. What are you? Did my buttons not work? Did I set the what? Dude, what are my buttons? What are they? What are my keybinds? Why are my keybinds not working? Huh? There we go. Anyway, my numlock was off for some reason. Okay. We are going to play some web fishing. Web fishing. This is a new save file. Totally brand new. I have not played web fishing in some time. I believe it's been like over a year since I've done any kind of web fishing. Let me see. Okay. We're just gonna start off chill. So my little PNG tuber is probably going to be one of the first things that I change. Oh, the game is, hang on, the game is muted. Oops. Let me fix that real quick. I muted it so that I didn't have to hear it. There we go. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, so my little PNG tuber is probably going to be one of the first things I change, because I did it and I wasn't really all that happy with it, I'll be honest. Wait, this is really, God, I'm gonna change the noise again, hang on. Turn up just a little bit, because it's really quiet. Is that better? Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Because I did it very quickly. I did it whenever I first got my drawing tablet that I'm currently using. So it's one of the first things I drew when I was really rusty. And I don't love it. It works, it's fine. It gets the design across, right? But I just know I can do better. I know I can make it more stylized in a way that isn't just like uncanny realistic hands. And also I can probably like actually care to draw things like the arms. But I just did not feel like it. at the time because I just wanted something done, right? I was staying up. A turtle. I was staying up late drawing all of these graphics for the stream, and so I just wasn't wanting to dedicate any more time to it than I had to. But I could definitely do better. I know I can do better. Because I have been doing better. I was expecting the period of time to adjust to the tablet to be like a month, maybe even several. But it's been like a week. Which makes sense because I do like drawing traditionally. It's just not something I do a lot because it's incredibly difficult for my hands. I got a whole lot of nothing, man. Me and my nothing. Hashtag my nothing. Dear Lord, I need to zoom in a little bit more. But yeah, give me that. Give me that. I'm joking. Give me that. This whole stream is just gonna be me repeating stupid memes. Like the, ooh, a leech. Don't mind if I do. This whole stream is just gonna be me repeating things. Right now, the big one for me is the Ninjago clip where he says your elemental power is green. What? Green. I don't know why that one in particular is really getting me, but it's on the mind right now. I'm trying to think of what else is on the brain. I don't know, man. I know whenever I was streaming before, I would put on the stereotypical YouTuber voice and try to be so funny and cool. But at this point, I don't care. I do not care enough to try to do that. I am just gonna chill. I don't have to do anything. I could just sit here for like 3 hours and it would make no difference to me. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I do want to be remotely entertaining. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm literally just chilling. We are just vibing. Trying to think of thing. Ooh, a fish. Don't mind if I do. Waggle my fingers. Anyway. That was weird. Why did I say that? A goldfish. Trying to think of my goals for this year. What are my goals for this year? Obviously to stream more. Which is to say stream at all, because I wasn't doing that before. I would love to, not like anytime soon, but in the future, maybe even this year, get a proper like model, like a VTuber. That's a dream of mine. I want a VTuber model so bad. I don't think it's gonna happen this year unless I like train and like learn how to make one of those, because those are expensive, dude. Those are expensive, and I have other things to worry about than like a VTuber model. Like, maybe maybe electrical would be nice. Maybe taxes would be nice, or like name one other adult thing that I have to pay for instead of a VTuber model. Anyway, I would love to do a VTuber model. You know what I really want to do this year is try to cosplay. I feel like I've done cosplay, quote unquote, in the sense that like I've dressed up as a character. But I'm talking like I want to actually really make something. And, oh, whoops, I don't have any bait. Whoops. I want to actually try to like make a cosplay that I don't know. I don't know what my... Oh, heck yeah. I don't know what my cosplay would even really be. I think I know that there's like there's a part... Oh god. There's a part of me that wants to do something like really easy. Like, well, my depth perception is bad, dude. Like, it's bad. Like a Miku, or like a... Dude, what? Oh my days, dude, come on. Like a, I would even consider like a miraculous cosplay. Just because it seems really fun. I don't know. What? I'm on top of it, man. Can you give me that? Please? Thank you. You said to be nice. I wasn't being nice. I wasn't being polite. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I want to like actually do a cosplay, like make parts of it, like do a wig and stuff. And I have no idea what that would be. I don't even have anywhere to go, right? Like I don't want to go to a convention because conventions are not fun. You know what I want to do? It's like a dungeon meshi cosplay, something. I don't know, dude. Something fun that I get to make props and do a wig and something like that. I have a buddy that did a totally like epic pyramid head cosplay that looks like biblically accurate, and it's so cool. I want to make something like that so bad. I don't have the skills yet to do something like that because it takes time to build up that ability. It takes like a lot of it takes hours and months and years to be able to make something like that. But I don't know. I like this friend is such a big inspiration to me in terms of making things, like cosplays especially, but even just like making media or my art improvement, because I also started drawing again this year. I haven't drawn in some time, obviously because I was busy, but also just because I didn't have any inspiration. I didn't have any draw to draw, but yeah, I just didn't have that drive to make anything. But I think I've got it back. I think my my inspiration's back. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This is kind of a guilty admission, but I really, really want to actually do a Cookie Run cosplay. I don't even know Cookie Run that well. It's just that the designs are so fun. I will sit down. I will sit down one day soon and just binge watch like the 10-hour Cookie Run video on YouTube for the lore, but not tonight. Tonight we are web fishing, and I'll do that eventually. I really want to get into Cookie Run because it is so popular, and also it just like something about it scratches an itch for me in terms of character design, because character design is one of the big things for me that like I wish I could improve. Especially when it comes to fashion, which Cookie Run has down. I struggled to come up with things to put my characters in besides just like the stereotypical hoodie, suit, hoodie, dress shirt, jeans, tie, hoodie again. It's hoodies. It's all hoodies. It's all hoodies and dress shirts, and there's nothing else. I struggled to think of anything to put my OCs in, to the point where like if I look at my art, 90% of my characters are just wearing like a turtleneck or a hoodie, and I'm like, oh, that's like bad. That's like that's so depressing. They all every one of my OCs goes to the same store. And it's the turtleneck and hoodie store. It's like bad. I just can't think of fashion that much because I myself am not a very fashionable person. I would like to be. I would like to be a very fashionable individual in which like I take like hours of my day putting together these cool fits, but I just am not. I value comfort over style, which, if you do it correctly, you can have both. I just don't. And I think, like, improving my appearance and how I feel about myself is another big thing that I want to get into doing this year and, like, try to do this year. I'm already making little steps to improve in that regard, like taking the steps to care more about my skin and my hair, etc., etc. Like actually using things that'll heal those kinds of areas instead of just like, I don't know, not reading labels and not caring about what I put on my skin or my hair, etc. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to care more. I don't know why. This is off topic. Every time I stream, I get a runny nose. I don't know why I do. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me, but every time I live stream, I get a really runny nose and I sound really sick and stuffily. Wait, stuffily? That's not a word. Stuffy? Stuffily. Yeah, every time I stream, I get like a stuffy nose and I literally don't know why that is. It vexes me. This vexes me. Only idiots use the medicine drug. You are an idiot. But yeah, I want to do a cosplay. My dream cosplay is currently Shadow Milk Cookie or Pure Vanilla Cookie, because those are the two that I really like. I really need to get into Cookie Run. I don't even really have an excuse at this point. Like, it's not that difficult of a game to get into, I don't think, in terms of it's easy to play, and it's like, I don't want to sound demeaning when I say this, but it is a kid's game. So, like, the lore cannot be that deep. Obviously it can be, because, like Five Nights at Freddy's is a kid's game, and the lore vexes me. But, sorry, I want to be really gross for a second and sniff. I'm, like, tempted to mute my mic just to do it, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna sniff really loud into the mic. No, I'm not. Dude, I'm pausing my game for this. Hang on. What is my mute button? I don't want to sniff into the mic. What are my hotkeys? What are my it's, oh, okay. I got it. I'm gonna mute for a sec while I sniff. That work? What is that? What are my buttons, dude? Did I do that? What are my buttons? Okay, we are back. We are so back. Yeah, sorry. I literally don't know why every time I stream I get a runny nose. It confuses me. But anyway. Oh wait, I have no bait. La 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 la. Yes, but Cookie Run. I want to get into Cookie Run. And I want to buy something. Hang on. Surely I can buy something. I have 300 doll hairs, dude. I can afford something. Hello. Ooh. I'm gonna pay for this. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yay. My camp rank. Aw, shoot. Aw, poo. I got no more money. Let me try to think of other stupid audios that are in my brain. I don't know, man. I didn't punch him because he's gay. I punched him and he turned out gay afterwards. I was gay when you punched me. That's one. That's one that I like. I don't know. I'm like running out of topics, but I somehow have so many more. let me try to think of something. La 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 la. I don't know, we're just gonna chill. If I think of something, I'll say it, but like, I can't think of nothing. What am I excited for coming out this year? That requires me to know what is actually coming out this year, and I have no idea. I did watch a trailer today for a Silent Hill 2 movie. I don't know, Discord was recommending I watch it, and I was like, sure, why not? It looks fine. There are some parts of it that, like, make me nervous. Any part regarding, Angela, I worry about. I will say, something that caught my attention is how bad James looks in it. I don't know that it's, like... I know it's not the same canon as the games, and the same way that, like, the FNAF movies are not the same canon as the games. It's similar, but it's, like, inspired by, not strictly a canon thing. And I don't actually mind that. I really like the FNAF movies, and I probably enjoy this movie as well. But, like, the actor they chose for James is so different from James that it genuinely threw me off, and I thought I was watching a different trailer, even though I could literally see it say on the thing, Silent Hill 2. I was like, who is this guy? I will say the the actors that they chose for everyone else, though, were really good looking, like, in terms of looking accurate to the character. The wig that they put Maria in is a crime, though. They chose the worst wig imaginable for Maria, and it... In some way, you could argue it's intentional, because she's not, like... Spoiler alert, but Silent Hill 2 came out, like, several years ago. She's not, like, a real woman. So her having that kind of uncanny, weird feeling of having, like, a wig and, like, having really fake-looking clothes, kind of works in the way that it makes her feel like, I don't know, like, not a real woman. Obviously not to say that wigs make someone not a real woman. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's that the wig looks very artificial. Kind of like Barbie hair. I don't know. I saw it for like 2 seconds because admittedly Maria's not in the trailer that much, which is a crime in and of itself, but I digress. I don't mind it. I'm pleasantly surprised by something in particular with the trailer, which is the lighting. I think a lot of movies, especially these days, like the Wicked movie, have horrendous lighting in the sense that it looks unfinished. And I was pleasantly surprised by the trailer for the Silent Hill movie being really well lit. And also the monster designs look really good. Like the nurses and Pyramid Head look straight out of the game in a really good way. It does, in a guy who's... I don't mean to be guy who's only seen the FNAF movie, but it does remind me of the FNAF movie and how really, really good the special effects and the, like, not special, the practical effects are, because, like, especially after the big Marvel boom, people just stopped kind of caring about how things look in movies in terms of, like, inhuman designs. I don't know that the Silent Hill movie monsters are practical. They look practical, but I don't really have an eye for that kind of thing. I could easily Google this, and I might, but they look good. A lot of things, like the Marvel movies, you can tell that it's special effects, like it is not real, like it's just green screen, and it's like, oh my goodness. It does remind me of that time where I was watching an old Superman movie and they tried to, like, edit his mustache off because he was, like, in the middle of a production for a different thing, and his lips look so weird. I don't know if anyone remembers that. I think it was the one where he dies, question mark? I don't know, dude. It's an old movie, but it's a really, it's like a really old DC movie where Superman's like upper lip looks really weird because his actor had a mustache and they had to edit it out. So going from that to how good looking the Silent Hill 2 movie looks is something. I don't know, man. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. But yeah, I might change over to Peak at some point soon. I'm not too positive. We will see how I feel. Web fishing is a really good game to just chat and don't know. Trying to think of what I've been doing. Honestly, I haven't been doing a lot. I joined a Minecraft server, so that's been fun. Been trying to make new buddies. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot I can really talk about. Which is crazy because it's been like 2 years since I streamed last. I think it's been 1 year, but it feels like 2 because I took like a year gap between that where I didn't stream for like a year and then I streamed and then it was a year after that. So it feels more like 2 years, but it's actually like 1. Anyway, it's been a really long time, but I don't really have a lot to talk about. Trying to think of things I've gotten into recently that are new. I could just talk about the FNAF movie. I could literally talk about the FNAF movie for like ever. Obviously, I don't want to give too many spoilers because it's still in theaters and it isn't on streaming services yet. But the FNAF movie was really good. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I honestly think I enjoy the second FNAF movie more than the first, just in terms of like the writing of the first one is way better, I will say, because there are some choices that the movie makes that I think were really silly, and the way that like how they disperse screen time is weird, in the sense that like one animatronic gets 90% of the screen time, and then like, well, we all know that Henry's in the movie. Henry gets like like 5 minutes, if that. He gets like one scene that is cut off in the middle of it because Mike has to leave, and it made me mad because it's like bringing in this iconic actor to play an iconic character, and he's there for like 2 seconds, and also like an after credits scene. I don't know. It bothered me. I will say that I think it's just because I am biased towards the toy animatronics. I've always liked the toy animatronics more than the main ones. But I just liked this movie better. It was a lot more fun. Because the animatronics got to leave. We got to see more of the town. And there is a dream sequence in the movie that might be like the best scene in terms of like, number one, it's legitimately scary, which I was pretty impressed by because I don't view the FNAF movie to be that scary, despite it being labeled as a horror movie, because 90% of it is just jump scares. But I felt like the dream sequences in this one were legitimately frightening in a really fun way. I also think that this might be mean to say, but I actually prefer Vanessa as a protagonist over Mike. I don't know. This movie had more Vanessa in it, and I just thought that she was more compelling. It might be because of my bias towards the storytelling of FNAF being a very Afton story. And Vanessa is obviously supposed to be this universe's version of our Michael. Like, okay, let me step back. She has very similar story beats to Michael from the games. Obviously, it's different, but the things that she goes through and like her characterization in my mind is very similar to Michael in the games, to the point where some things are literally like one to one. I think the movie is very interesting in the way that it actually like takes these traits of Michael from the games and kind of spreads them across multiple characters. Because like obviously the parallel with Vanessa is there, but even Mike and spoiler alert for the FNAF movie, Michael Afton in the movie is he has traits of Michael Afton from the games. And then there's Mike Schmidt, who has very obvious traits of Michael from the games. I think the way that they did the Afton family is really interesting in the movie because Michael is the younger sibling now, and he kind of fills a similar role to both like a combination of Michael from the games and also Elizabeth, in the sense that he is like kind of clingy and is very loyal to William, and just like the way that he talks about Vanessa is very reminiscent of Elizabeth. I don't know what it is about like the younger Afton siblings being like this, but it's kind of heartbreaking that even in any universe, Michael Afton will never be the favorite child. It's just in different ways. In the games, it's that he's the eldest and is the least favorite for very obvious reasons of, is that the Bite 87? And in the movie, it's just that he is the youngest and he is not the favorite because Vanessa is. I don't know. It's like it's really interesting. I wish we got to see more of the Afton family and like their backstory, but I understand this is not like an Afton focused movie. Like not everything can be about the Afton family. In fact, I think that the games in general steer way too much towards the Afton family over other characters. Like an example being Cassidy from the games. I want to know more about Cassidy instead of it just being like the one you should not have killed. Well, I want to know why. I honestly think that the movie leaning more towards the middle is good, just because we have the books which focus on the Emily family, we have the games which focus on the Afton family, and the movie I feel like strikes a pretty good balance of focusing on both. Obviously with Vanessa being a main character, it steers closer to the Aftons having more relevance, but like that's kind of unavoidable with William being William, because he did everything. He made the plot happen. Like the movie can't not be about the Afton family when the plot is the Afton family does stuff. That's like you can't make FNAF without William Afton because he did everything. I also like the characterization of William in the movies. I like that he was actually kind of scary in this one, because I think in the first movie they struck a really good balance of him being intimidating but also being silly, because William is silly. He is a silly guy. He can canonically juggle, according to the books. William Afton presents himself as a very silly guy, when in actuality he is not. I'm glad that the second movie took more of the scary route in terms of his characterization, because it's from the point of view of Vanessa, and she doesn't remember or like focus on the silly aspect of her dad. She's focusing on the child murderer. So, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I could literally talk about FNAF forever. If you get me going, I will talk about FNAF forever. FNAF was like my first main interest as a child, outside of like Marvel movies, and I've stopped really caring about Marvel movies. There's a part of me that wants to watch the Marvel movies again, at least the early ones, specifically like the Thor or Captain America ones. But like, dude, I don't know. I don't care about Marvel. I do care about FNAF. I don't think I will ever not care about Five Nights at Freddy's. It is integral to my development. I'm trying to think of other things that are like that. I mean, Minecraft is a big one, but Minecraft is less in the sense of like I'm tied to a specific fandom and more that I just enjoy the game. Because like I enjoy Hermitcraft, I enjoy the Life series, I enjoy the QSMP, not the Dream SMP. Though I'll be honest, I don't hate the Dream SMP. I never really got into it, but I've met a lot of people from the fandom, and they're really cool. So no hate here. What else? I'm trying to think of other things I like. I got into Psychonauts recently. I was introduced to Psychonauts, and it is a beautiful series of games, which is to say it has two. It should have 1 million, but yeah, I got into Psychonauts. It's so good. I love Psychonauts. I'm kind of torn because I think I do prefer the first game over the second one. It's just that the second one has way better controls, and that's like the one thing that I hate about the first game is the controls of it, because it is an old game and it controls very poorly. And Meat Circus. This will make no sense to anyone that isn't a Psychonauts fan, but Meat Circus is the final level of Psychonauts, and it is the worst because it controls the worst. I feel like no one on the game team tested Meat Circus to see if it was actually like fun to play, because Meat Circus is so bad. It's so unfortunate because I actually really enjoy the aesthetic of the final level, in the sense that it's like, I don't want to give spoilers. Meat Circus is a very fun level aesthetically, but like in concept it's really fun, but in actuality it is so bad. Also, for some reason, I had pressed my spacebar so much during that part of the game that it broke. I had to change my keybinds to make my jump button alt for that section specifically, because my jump button was broken. I think it's just because I got so mad at the level that I broke my spacebar temporarily. But yeah, Psychonauts is really good. There are parts of Psychonauts 2 that I really like, specifically like the level designs are really fun. Any of Ford's sections especially are really fun. I think the only thing that I don't like about Psychonauts is it kind of has a problem with focus and screen time, in the sense that in Psychonauts 1, all of the campers have their own little thing, and you could literally play that game for like hundreds of hours just learning about each little camper. With Psychonauts 2, they shrink the cast size down a lot, and I think it actually, like, you would think that would work out better because there's less characters to focus on, but it actually works out worse because the characters that they replace the campers with, the interns, are hardly fleshed out at all. Obviously, they have their own thing, and Psychonauts characters are kind of like Pokemon in the sense that every Psychonaut character is someone's favorite. However, I just think that the interns pale in comparison to the campers in the sense of writing, because they don't have a lot to them. I didn't remember that half of them existed by the time I finished the game. There's a section at the end where all of the interns come and help you, and it kind of just felt like a "and Bumblebee" bit, because I don't I never talk to like 90% of these kids. Obviously, there are like the cutscenes that are unavoidable in the beginning where you get to meet the interns, but outside of that, you're not really encouraged to hang out with them. And so, like, these kids roll up and I just don't care, dude. There are some of them that I really liked, and some of them I wanted to learn more about, but the main focus of Psychonauts was on the adults, which is fun, and I liked what they did. I have no complaints about like the characterization of the adults. I'm not even one of those people that are like, oh, there should be more Sasha and Mia. No. Their screen time is enough because they got the first game. Like, if you miss them, go play the first game. I like the focus being on Raz's family because we hardly learned anything about them except at the end of the game where the father shows up. But I like the focus being on the Aquato family. And someday I will play Psychonauts on stream and I will point this out as a scene, but there is a scene in Psychonauts 2 where Sasha is in a vent and he gets blown away, and I dubbed it Sasha 9 suffering from hamster problems, because it kind of, I don't know, it was something with the framing of the scene where he looked so small and he was literally blown away by like a gust of wind, and it just felt like something a hamster would do, like a hamster trying to escape its captivity by going in your vents and then getting lost there forever, or like getting lost behind the couch and you don't find it for like 10 years later. Like him being blown away by a gust of wind, just it's just, he's having hamster problems. I will say, and this might be a hot take, I think the villains of Psychonauts 2 are more fun than the villains of Psychonauts 1. Hear me out. I think, I don't know. I think that they're just more fun. I will say that one of my favorite parts of Psychonauts 1 is the asylum with all of the patients there. And that is something that I miss about Psychonauts 2, is like we don't get to meet people that have like really interesting levels, excluding the I don't want to give spoilers, dude. Excluding like the big hitters. We don't get to see a lot of people's minds. Like I know it's a thing of the message of the game is to be more aware of like consent and not going into people's brains without their permission and yada yada. And it's not just like going into people's brains for the purpose of like exploration. It's going into people's brains for a very particular like lore reason of you're going into this to learn more about XYZ. But there was something really fun about just like exploring random people's brains. I don't know. I think like the levels in Psychonauts 1 were way more interesting in terms of everyone felt unique. In Psychonauts 2, the levels are a lot more interesting in terms of visual design. I think that the visuals of Psychonauts 2 are better, but the concepts of Psychonauts 1 are cooler. I'm not explaining this in a way that makes sense. I think that what Psychonauts 2 does is very good, and it is objectively like a better game in terms of graphics and everything. I said graphics, hello? In terms of graphics and everything, but Psychonauts 1 has this like weird uncanny charm to it that the second one just doesn't do, because it feels too clean. Psychonauts 2 feels too clean. Everything looks too polished. All the people look way too nice looking. I want my gross children back. Psychonauts 1 is full of gross looking adults and kids, to the point where like whenever Sasha and Mia come into a scene in Psychonauts 2, they look out of place because they look kind of just more gross than everyone else. Like, you can't look at the interns in Psychonauts 2 and say that they have as interesting of a design as like Bobby Zilch, dude. Like that kid is ugly, and it's fun. I don't know. I feel like in a weird way the characters in Psychonauts 2 are not allowed to be ugly. It feels like period piece movies in modern days versus period piece movies back in the day. because in old period movies, like I'm talking like let's say hypothetically we made a movie about like the Victorian times. Characters were allowed to look ugly then because people looked ugly back then. But whenever you make a period piece in modern day, everyone looks like full face of makeup, you know? And that kind of is the vibe I get with Psychonauts 2 versus Psychonauts 1, where with Psychonauts 2, everyone kind of just looks very pleasing. There are some exceptions. I'm talking about Crystal. There are some exceptions to that rule where some people just look butt ugly, like Crystal. But most characters in Psychonauts 2 look more visually appealing than the first game, and that's disappointing to me because I like them looking a little bit ugly. I'm ranting about Psychonauts. I love Psychonauts. It's such a good game. It genuinely, like, playing Psychonauts did wonderful things to our mental health. I know that's really silly if you've played the game, because it's literally like, wait a minute, you're saying that the mental health game is good for your mental health? Yes, it is. The game about improving your mental health is good for your mental health. I recommend that anyone play Psychonauts. It's kind of like, this is a really weird thing to compare it to, but it feels like the Steven Universe of video games, in the sense that it, hear me out, in the sense that it makes you feel better. Like, you play Psychonauts and it improves your life, in the same way that watching Steven Universe makes you a nicer person. Playing Psychonauts makes you a better person, if you understand the messaging behind it. I genuinely think that it helped me improve a lot of my mental health, because I played it at a time where I needed it, you know? Psychonauts is a game that you play whenever you need a little pick-me-up, and it's just really charming, and I like it a lot. It's one of those all-time games. It's one of those games that I'll replay forever. It feels very similar to me. It's in the same category for me as Wandersong. Wandersong is this indie game about a little bard that thinks that they're the chosen one and they're going to save the world with their voice. And that's really all the plot I'm going to give, because otherwise it's spoilers. But Wandersong is another game that's just someone helping people out with their problems and making their lives better. And also, I think a key part of both of these games is the importance of kindness and being giving people hope whenever it's lost. Because the characters in both these games, including the Bard and Raz in Psychonauts, they have their moments where they get frustrated and they want to give up, and they're righteously mad at their situation because it sucks, because people are treating them wrong, and the situation is so much bigger than they are. But they still pull through because they want to help people, and they're the only ones that really can in a meaningful way. And I think that's really important in terms of showing games like that, because dude, look at the world. Having a game in which the main idea is helping people is the right thing, and showing the goodness of the world when everything feels so bleak. Having a little bard sing to you whenever you're feeling down, or having a little boy go in your brain and improve your mental health. I don't know, man. They're in the same category for me in terms of games that I will replay forever and introduce everyone to ever. Because they're just good. They're just good games. They acknowledge... It's not like they... I don't know. They acknowledge the hardships of life while still showing that you can get through it. Versus a lot of games will ignore the hardships of life to just be I don't know. They don't sugarcoat it. One of my favorite points in Wandersong is when the main character gets depressed and has to learn to be happy again. And some of my favorite parts in Psychonauts is when Raz gets so mad, so mad at the game and the situation that he is in, because he is a little boy tasked with saving the entire world. And that is an incredibly frustrating experience when all of the adults around you could do the same thing. all of the Psychonauts in Psychonauts 2 could do way more than they are, but they're not. And it's frustrating. And I like that it doesn't dance around that fact. It acknowledges that, like, this this group of adults that was tasked with saving the world is not doing their job, and they should be. I don't know. I don't know, man. I am rambling. But yeah, Psychonauts is a really good game, and I think everyone should play it. And I think Psychonauts 2 has a very fun villain. Is it because the main villain is voiced by Elijah Wood? I'm not saying it's not the reason. I'm not saying that it's like not the reason. You're telling me that the Will You Wear Wigs guy is the main antagonist of Psychonauts 2? Dude, no way. He's just fun. I don't know. I like villains that are fun. And while it would be easy to like do the whole thing of like making them sympathetic, you don't have to enjoy them, you know? Like, I don't have to make like a sympathetic backstory for Crystal Malik to enjoy Crystal Malik. He can just be evil. I don't know. I like antagonists like that because they're just kind of. I like villains that are silly with it, but also horrifying in the way that like you play his level and it is really silly because it's like going into his brain and he has a very whimsical. I don't want to call it whimsical because it's not whimsical, but like I don't know. I don't know what I can and can't say because I don't want spoilers, and I feel like I've already spoiled it by saying who the main antagonist is because the voice actor. I don't know, man. Who cares? Everyone should go play Psychonauts now. And then play Psychonauts 2 afterwards, and then come back and tell me what you thought. I'm like too sleepy to actually dedicate the time to describing Psychonauts in any meaningful way because like I could sit down and actually like make a video essay about it, dude, but like I don't know, man. I think everyone should go play it. And I think everyone should go play Wander Song, and I think everyone should go play I don't know, Cookie Run? Is that the other thing I talked about today? Everyone should go play all those games and tell me what you thought. And then tell the creators of those games to keep making games because they're really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What is another game that I've gotten into recently? I don't know, man. I've just been playing a lot of Minecraft. Really, I've just been playing a lot of Minecraft. I joined a server that's like an apocalypse setting. Zombie apocalypse, and I've been trying to make characters there. I have started making a doctor because I think that every zombie apocalypse setting should have a doctor. And I also made a clown because there's a circus on the server, and I made a clown for the circus. Because every zombie apocalypse should have a clown. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm realizing that I like. I've been talking about Psychonauts for like 30 minutes. Oh well. Psychonauts deserves to be talked about for like hours. I'm gonna watch this video back. I'm gonna watch the stream back, and I'm gonna hear myself ramble about Psychonauts, and I'm gonna be like, dude, that's all wrong. None of that was true. Like, and the way that I'm describing the plot, I'm not good at describing plots. If you ask me to describe the plot of something, even if I know it like really well, like if you ask me to describe the plot of the FNAF 1 movie, I would describe it in the worst way possible, even if I've seen it like a million times. I'm not good at describing things because I get really caught up in the details of everything, and I want to like over explain things that don't need explanations. Like, I don't need to describe what color shirt a character is wearing. I don't do that, but just like giving an example, like I I add detail to the most minuscule thing that doesn't need detail. And that's just how I explain things. I don't know. I don't know, man. Your elemental power is green. What? Green. There's a lot of shows I have been wanting to get into, but I haven't because I'm on my like third rewatch of Breaking Bad because I'm one of those people that I don't like getting into new things, so I'd rather rewatch the same show a billion times. So I'm rewatching Breaking Bad again, and it's really good. Oh, I will say I started watching Squid Game. I'm like several years late. However, Squid Game is really good, and I understand why people started watching it because it is really good. I'm on the third season now. I have not finished it at the time of this recording. But I want to finish it very soon. People were saying that the third season is really bad. So far, it isn't that bad, actually. I'll make like an update on my opinion of the third season after I finished it, but so far I do enjoy the third season. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed the second season over the first. I think so far my favorite season is the second season. But we'll have to see. One of my favorite things about the show is the set designs. I'm such a sucker for like shows that go all out in terms of set design. Any show that dedicates to like building an environment and like making it look real in the world is really fun. Especially if it's more like whimsical in concept. Like the sets for all of the games in Squid Game are really fun. In particular, one of my favorite sets from the game is the Mingle one from I want to say 2? Season 2, the Mingle game, where they have to go into the rooms or else every time there's like a set number. Just the spinning middle part really got to me in terms of like how fun it is. What the? Hang on, who is this guy? I'm gonna cutely ban this person because I sent a weird message, but I can't see what that said. Hang on a minute. How do I do that? Oh my god. Hang on. Give me just a second. I'm gonna do this the hard way, which is just going to my settings and then putting the name manually. Still haven't figured out how to ban people using the chat. Oh well. Get out of here! Okay. Whoops. Whoopsies. I hit 1 million buttons instead of doing anything. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of walking around in web fishing, so... Well... Huh? So I think I will switch to a different game. Let me do that really quick. I do that right? Yeah, okay. Let me switch to a different game. Okay. I'm still here. I'm not BRB. I'm just looking for a I don't know, man. Should we play some Dandy's World? I can play Forsaken. I'm really bad at that. Oh well. Yeah, we'll play some Roblox. Let's see what game we can pull up. Screw it. Let's just work at a pizza place. Yeah, let's do that. Let me see if that changes. Say Roblox now. Haha, it does. Okay, cool. We're now playing Roblox. So let me change that to be accurate. Ma'am, I love your music. I am going to turn it off now. In a moment. I love the soundtrack of Tulip. Let's turn Roblox down a peg. know what? I don't actually want to listen to the music of Roblox. You know what? No, screw it. Let's just listen to Roblox music, dude. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We'll listen to Roblox music and until I go crazy. There we go. How is that? Oh, I have to change my game overlay. Whoops. Let's do Roblox. Does it want to work out? Do you wanna show my Roblox, dude? Okay. Do you wanna like hey, at any point you can pull up my Roblox. Dude. Why won't it pull up Roblox? Hang on. Why? Oh, hang on. Why does it want to pull up my Xbox games? I don't have Xbox games open. Oh my god. Okay, I'll get it. I will get it. I will get it at some point. Why won't you capture? Hello? Why won't my Roblox capture? Hang on. Let me Google how to capture Roblox with OBS. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. We're gonna do this in a really annoying way, but whatever. Oh my god. Oh god. Why is it just white, dude? Why is it just white? Why are you like this? Why is it just white? What? Why is it just white? Ah, there we go. Cool. Okay, I have to crop it. Dear lord, dude, this is a mess. This is a mess. Oh well. You had to forgive me, it's my first day back. Okay, I think we're good. This looks fine. Oh my god. Leave me alone. I think this is, yeah, it's a little bit off. It's like slightly off and that's gonna bug me. Oops. Haha, there we go. That works, that's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, that works. Yippee! Alright. Is my audio not showing up? Is it too quiet? Hang on. Why is my desktop audio not working? Can anyone hear? Oh, it's like... Okay, that's weird. But whatever. We move. Let's go. Ignore Shadow Milk Cookie. You have to be so nice and ignore Shadow Milk Cookie. I meant what I said when I said that I really like Shadow Milk Cookie. I wasn't lying, I meant that. Okay. Let's see, what can we do? Do you want to be- let's be a delivery driver. Oh my lord. Let me... I don't want to like dox people, so... Let me like, can I like hide the players? Oh no. Oh well. It's fine. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna. it's just Shadow Milk Cookie delivering some pizzas. Oh my lord. Okay, let's go to B4. This is so stupid. I feel like I genuinely feel like a child. Let's really hope that no one has an inappropriate name on here. Or an inappropriate avatar. I didn't even think about that. Oh well. What can we talk about? There is no cashier, so I might switch to being a cashier. This is so silly. It's so silly that I can just do whatever I want. Whenever I first started doing live streams, I was like, oh my god, I have to play the most like... I had to play the most like hip game at the time. Like, I'd have to play the most popular game. At this point, I'm playing Roblox, dude. I do not care. I really do not. There's someone on here named Pookie? Pookie too? Oh, can I jump? I didn't know I could jump while I do this. That's fun. Okay. Oh god. How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for 1 hour and 16 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. Probably not for much longer, just because I don't really have a lot else to say. Oh, there's like no one here. Should I join a new server? I might join a new server because there's like no one in this one. Hang on. There's like no one in this one at all. I'm gonna find a new server to join. I can also just play Regretabator. Screw it. Let me see what else I have. Yeah, da da. I'm gonna find a new server that's a little bit bigger. Because I do want to actually play the game. This one looks fun. Oh, I have to wait in line. Darn. Oh well. La la la. Please load. Please load. Okay, we'll find a different server, I guess, because this one's full. Hang on. Oh, if anyone, I don't know why you would, but if anyone saw my avatar and wondered what, is that another Shadow Milk Cookie? Well, I have to join this server because that's funny. Oh no, it's the same one I just tried to join 2 seconds ago. Gosh darn it. Okay. If anyone saw my avatar and wanted to know what cosmetics I used to get it, I will tell you happily. Just not right this second because no one has asked. Sure, let's try the one with the dog. Okay. This one looks fine. No one is a. There's a. Oh, what's the dog doing? There's a few different things I could be. Supplier is good. Oh, there's a dog on the pizza boxes. That's so cute. I like to be a delivery driver, I'll be honest. Yeah, let's be a delivery driver. Dear Lord. I don't like that it's snowy, because it's just so bright. Oh god. It almost hit me. There's no right near me, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna hit this guy. I have one for A1, okay. Get that on my steak! That was so stupid. That was not even a joke. That wasn't even a joke. Trying to think of things to talk about. I mentioned Miraculous Ladybug earlier. I want to watch Miraculous Ladybug. I want to get caught up with it because I've seen spoilers for the most recent season. Number one, it looks really good. Like, the animation of season 6, I think it is really good. But, yeah, the latest season is nuts in terms of, like, what is going on. Like, I have no head! What? In terms of, like, the plot that's happening in season 6, I want to say. It's crazy. I wanna watch it so bad, just so I can get caught up and know what's going on with Marinette. The experience of being in your 20s really is just like going back and enjoying things that you enjoyed as a child, like Miraculous Ladybug or FNAF. That's kind of the experience of your 20s, is just like finding the stuff that you liked as a kid that you still like now. Being a teenager is like the rebellious phase of, I'm not gonna like that because it's for little kids. And then you become an adult and you're like, actually, that wasn't so bad. Actually, that was kind of delicious what meal I just cooked there. Oh, these cats are cooking! Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my experience anyway. And I know it's the experience of several other people as well. Was there a pizza boxer? No, the puppy. Yeah. Be-boxing puppies on it. I could cook some pizzas. Yeah, be-boxing puppies on it, don't worry about it. Girl, what are you doing? You sitting here? I think there's a there's not a pepperoni pizza too, but let me speed run this. I know, crazy gamer tactics for this game. Which is to just prepare a billion pizzas ahead of time. Oops. Dear Lord. Oop, get in there. Get on that. I don't even have commentary at this point. I'm literally just playing a Roblox game for babies. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. Yeah, man, I don't know. I got nothing else to add. I said everything I wanted to say. I said I wanted to start streaming again, and I hope to do that in the future. And I talked about my life and dude, I don't know, man. Why is there a cockroach pizza on the floor? Stop! You know better. Stop being crazy. I'm literally getting to the point where I'm just locked in. Huh? Why are you recooking that one, man? That one's fine. Stop putting that one back in. It doesn't need recooked. I don't think so. Am I blind? Oops. We have no pizzas going out on the conveyor belt. We have no pizzas going out. What's going on, man? There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I call pizza. Is there fire? Whoops. Hey, whoops. You didn't see that. I didn't have a fire. Oh my god. I could literally play this for like hours and have no commentary and that would be the entire stream, but that's gonna be boring. Something about Shadow Milk Cookie making pizzas is really funny to me, in a way I don't really know how to explain. He would not do that. Let's put some cheesies out there. And some pepperonis. Yeah, man, I don't know. The stream was nothing. I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect my first stream to be that entertaining because it's literally just getting back into the groove of it, you know? And I couldn't play web fishing forever because that would be really boring for me. Because web fishing is a fun game, but it's not a game that I can play for hours on end. Dear Lord, why does everyone want sausage? Why does everyone want sausage? I think I've never seen this many orders for sausage. That's a difficult word for me to say. Go in there, go in there, go in. Stop going over each other. Stop going over each other, dude. Go in there. Are they backed up? I think they're backed up. I think it's backed up. That's fine. I'm just too good at making pizzas. They can't box all of them. If I don't stop now, I will never stop. I will play this game for a million years. Oh god. I'm gonna just stack a billion pieces. I don't know, man. I'm gonna transition to the end card so that I don't play this game for a million years silently in the background. Yeah, man, I don't know. So, what did we learn? I learned that this was fun and I should do this again sometime. Because it's literally just me sitting around and rambling. And I know for a fact I'm gonna look back at this stream and be like, oh my god, that was so nothing burger. Oh my god, I talked about stupid stuff, but I don't know. It was fun. I think one of the biggest mistakes I made in my early streaming days was trying to push and push and push the stream to be longer and longer and longer until I was like totally exhausted, which is not what I want to do. I would rather make short form streams that are like an hour and a half and wrap up when I feel comfortable than to push myself to go for like 4 hours. Because I just don't have the energy. I really don't. I don't have the energy to do stuff like that. I think an hour and a half, I wrap up when I start getting tired and I start getting quieter because I'm tired, is a good time. But yeah, I had fun. I happy to be back. I don't know when I will stream again. But I want to do it pretty regularly. I also I'm so tired, it's hard to think. I don't know when I'm gonna update all the graphics for everything. I definitely want to update the PNG tuber. I want to update the PNG tuber. I also need to edit the starting card because I don't know why it broke, but it bugs me that it broke. Anyway, that's all. Thank you guys for watching and joining me today. I hope that everyone had fun. And that'll be all from me. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.